Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and your Sunday series, a best of 3 between Zest and True from Katowice 2019. On Parasite, the latter edition is going to be our first game. And let's go ahead and introduce these players. The bottom right-hand corner is the pink Protoss player. It is Zest. And in the top left-hand corner is the red Zerg player. His name is True. He represents Storm Gaming. And yeah, this is going to be a ZVP. I love ZVP so very, very much. It is my favorite matchup in all of StarCraft 2 and Brood War. Just because I kind of feel like it's just really varied. Right? Name me a unit that does not get played very often in a ZVP. Tempests for Broodlords. Ultralisks versus compositions without immortals. Carriers are here. High Templar are here. Archons are here. Roaches, Ravagers, Lurkers, Zerglings, Banelings. Everything gets made. I really like the state of the game right now. I really like that we're in a point where everybody in the ZVP feels like they can make whatever units they want and it's fine. I mean, again, if your opponent has 15 immortals, you're not going to make ultras, right? But you can make them early, maybe a little bit. In some games, you can do it, and it's totally viable. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, both players are going for very standard openings here. One get expand from Zest, a hatch first into an extractor pool. Out of True. Now, True's going to try to sneak off a third base here pretty darn soon, and that's where this here drone is going. The probe harassing a little bit here for Zest. It's kind of hanging out a little bit and watching. All right, so if you're watching this and you want to watch me cast more live StarCraft, right, head on over to africa.tv/laughingames. There's a link in the description. It's going to come up. It's going to start here a couple of hours after this thing goes live. So if you're like, this was not enough Falcon for my Sunday, by golly, probably not. And if you're not watching the Super Bowl, which you're probably not because you are watching StarCraft instead, I will be watching the Super Bowl eventually. Then go ahead and go check that out. It'll be me and Laughin' Games Africa World stuff. Amazing players. We had MC a couple weeks ago. We have players like Keen. We have Innovation show up to these deals too, and it's just going to be a really great time. Check it out. Come say hi. I know it's not Twitch, and I know it's not YouTube, and I know you hate going to these places, but come support me. Come check it out. We do read the comments. We are running on a 2-minute delay, which means it's hard to respond to your comments immediately, but that is in the nature of things, and I will call them out as I see them. Yeah, anyway, here's our Scouting Adept from Zest, as is tradition. Again, nothing too crazy here. It's a Stargate on the way from Zest, making Queens and Zerglings now. It's True, his third base is just about done. He's making, you know, drones in the meantime. And so far, so good from our Zerg player and our Protoss player. If she can get that Creep Tumor, it'd be real nice. Nah, nope, not enough. Not enough shots there, unfortunately, for the Adept. That is not light, is it? Creep Tumors are buildings, therefore they're not light units. Therefore, they don't take bonus damage from Adepts, which is really, really good for them. I mean, if that had been like a Reaper coming in or something with a little bit more DPS, that could have been taken down. Hellions might have had a better, easier time with it too. Stalkers are pretty great at it. Yeah, anyway, Adept's going to finish that transfer and actually start going after some of these drones. Does two-shot these drones. Oh, and a full surround. Where did the Zerglings go? Here they are. Here they are. And 3 kills on the Adept before she gets blasted into a million pieces. That is really, it looks like a painful death. Although it is fairly quick. Anyway, Oracle's out. We have Oracle 1 of 2 here. Oracle's name is Steve Jobs. The world thought Steve Jobs died in 2011. However, Steve actually implanted his brains into the robot, or the iRobot rather, and flew out into the galaxy to do cool, awesome robot sphere things. For a while, Jobs was near omnipotent, but the iRobot was hit with Apple planned obsolescence, and now is effectively just an Oracle. Wow, digging Apple there, huh? Spore Crawler's coming up back home. For True is working in a Baneling nest. He's working on 18 Zerglings. Holy smokes. True does love his lings. Is he planning on a Baneling bust? A 3-base Baneling bust can be pretty effective if there aren't shield batteries and if there aren't, well, here come the lings. Some lings. And if there aren't, what am I trying to say here? Sentries with those force fields. Force fields really wreck a good Baneling bust. Coming on the left side, I really think Zest is unaware of this entirely. Although he might check the saturation on this third and say, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Ooh, 2 drones do get killed. One of them in the form of a Spore Crawler that was generated. But here come your Banelings. And yeah, man, True's going for a Baneling bust here. He is a man after my own heart. I really just feel like killing Protoss early is the easiest way for me to handle Protoss in general. And I'm pretty darn sure Zest is entirely in the dark here. He might.
We meet our fate.
Whoa, oh, look at him just absolutely wrecking those drones up there too. But here come the Banelings. No force fields, man. All right, that Stalker trying to hold the wall. No. Oh, but there are sentries here now. They've got the wall up. Sentry 1 down. Probes fighting there too. I think this is just enough. This might be just enough to hold here for Zest, but he's going to lose a Cyber Core. There's another force field that comes up just exactly perfectly in the right place. Oracle's going to chase these Lings away. This Warp Gate does not go down. And True, wow, he did his best there, but the reactions from Zest were perfection. They were gorgeous from the Protoss player. Lings cruising on in. Nope, not going to happen. Coming back on in, that's not going to happen at all. True is actually droning up behind this to try to recover from the fact that he is not doing very well for himself. 1,800 resources lost to 725 in favor of our pink Protoss player. Sentry, hero of the day, man. Sentry 1 and Sentry 2 really saving the day there. Those warp-ins were kind of late, but there was enough energy for a couple shields. Couple shields there. Oh boy. Anyway, the force fields were ready to rock. Cruising back on over here is Steve Jobs and friend. 5 kills and 8 kills on them. Doing pretty good. There's your lair from True. No sign of a 4th base. He doesn't need one yet. This is not going for a 3rd base of his own, so the reaction time by True really should be as going for a Roach Warren. Maybe some Ravagers would be nice in this situation because we are definitely going Archons. We are definitely going Immortals here. And Ravagers can do pretty well against both of those units, although they are very expensive. They are definitely worth it. You're not going to want to go Roach against Archon Immortal, I can tell you that much. I mean, I've seen it tried. Back in the days before Ravagers existed, that's all Zerg really had to deal with it was Roach, and it never went well for them, it turns out. Zergling's cruising on down to see if there's a 3rd base they can knock down. There is not one, which is really always disappointing in a Zergling's life, but 10 Roaches in production and an Archon holding that wall, and that can hold effectively an infinite number of Zerglings. They can't get a surround on him, and he will die. Ah, but a 3rd base is over here. Surprise! Surprise 3rd base. Where is your 4th? Mr. True, are you just going to try to kill him here? I don't know. It's a Zealot Archon play. Walking on in to this 3rd base. Roaches are here, though, and a couple drones go down, but that's about it. That's about it. Is there enough room for these Zealots? No! There is not, but they'll be fine regardless. Zergling's still harassing. Oracle still chasing those dudes away. No big deal at all. 11 Roaches on the way. True is going to try to kill Zest right now. And Zest is going to have to defend with all his little Protoss heart. I take it back. It is a big Protoss heart for Zest because he's so darn good. So darn good at this game of StarCraft. So, 3rd base, warping in. True is showing no interest. Zero interest in getting a 4th man. He doesn't have the money for it. He kind of has the money for it a little bit. He doesn't have the worker count for it. Coming in here is our little Archon Zealot pack. I guess I'll call them here. Hit squad. Man, this is a lot of drones that are going to die here. They're trying to take down the Spore. They're bringing a lot of these Roaches back right now. That War Prism does not care about your Roaches. Trying to transfuse down that thing. Nope. Spore Crawler does end up dead, and now nothing should really die. I think, okay, the Zealots actually died. Unfortunately, not the greatest pickup control there from Zest, but I think he's okay. Army supply is 94 to 69 in favor of True, but it's all Roaches, man. There's an Immortal. There are 2 Immortals here. Oh, snap. That Immortal needs to get out. That Immortal is dead. All right, so never mind. Oh, one did pop out here. All right, fine. So there's still 2 Immortals, despite the fact that 1 died. Defender's Advantage really helping out right now. No Ravagers at all, man. Just Roaches getting force fielded in and crushed to death by these Immortals. The Lings are trying to take care of the sentries, but no, the Archons are taking care of those. This is really fantastic play by Zest right now. The Roaches are slowly getting whittled down. The Immortal sitting back, not even taking much direct damage here. Already has 7 kills. More Roaches cruising, and an Archon does get picked off. Zealots with charge are going to chase these guys away just a little bit. They do that extra damage when their charge hits and trying to dance back and dance back. It is just Roachling. The Oracles are going to go and try to pick off as many of these Lings as they can. The Ling count is very low, and Zest is now pushing this back. Oh, the force field says, no, you cannot run from this. All right, fine, he says. I can also try to take out as many of your Archons as I can, which is going to be 1, because these Immortals, just 14 kills and 11 kills each, just absolutely wrecked those Roaches and sent them back to where they came from. So it's 3 base to 3 base. Zergling counterattack trying to do stuff. But no, there are charge lots over here. These charge lots do happen to have the +1 attack, whereas no upgrades are done for True at this stage of the game. Attacking with the counterattack now is Zest. He is cruising on up. He is warping in a ton of Zealots. 9 Mutas on the way from True, though. Alright, so he's going to have some Mutas to deal with this, but the Archon count is 2, which is a little bit intimidating. And so many drones have been killed. 32 workers have been killed in this game for how many probes? 0 probes, but the Ling run by The Ling run by gets in. Meanwhile, we're just trading base for base right now. The Mutas are trying to kill these Zealots, but the Archons are just hanging out with that +1 attack, looking really, really annoying. Meanwhile, the Lings in the main are taking out some of these probes. Okay, two go down. Zealots crush them entirely here. Archons at the third base. True is just losing all of his stuff right now. The Mutas are trying to take down these Zealots. There's some transfuses going down, but that's it. Zest gets the win in game number 1 of our best of 3. Excellent job there by Zest. Dealt with that Baneling bust like a pro. I'm still amazed at force field placement right here. He had 1 sentry and 1 force field and was able to go plop. No big deal. No Lings could squeeze through. Banelings weren't around at this point, so they weren't really a concern. And then he was able to just rebuild behind it. Lost the Cyber Core, just rebuilt it as kind of part of the wall. And then that was it. I mean, that was the beginning and the end for True. True tried to show up with just basic mass Roach with some Zerglings against those Immortals, man. Those Immortals, 12 kills and 16 kills on them. I mean, they are just tearing through those Roaches. The Archon's doing pretty darn good work, too. And then the charge lots, just to mix it up, just to throw an extra bit of wood onto that fire. It is a +1 charge lot complementary decision. What is this? Oh, that's an Archon without his shields up. What the heck? That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Kind of like it. As that hatch is mid-death right when that GG goes down. All right, game 2 coming your way. We'll see if True can force a game 3 or if Zest is just too good today. Who knows? We'll find out together. We'll be right back. Zest is up 1-0 in this best of 3. It's going to be True and Zest again, this time on Blue Shift. The ladder edition, bottom left-hand corner, the pink Protoss player. Once again, it is Zest. And in the top right-hand corner is the red Zerg player, True. Now, True put all of his eggs into that Baneling Buster basket and did not kill a single worker. That is what we call getting set back. All right, man. All right, True. I kind of feel like you can hang with Zest in a macro game, but if you feel like you can't, then who am I to tell you any differently? All right, here we go. Probe up. Just scouting, hoping to delay the natural base, and just a second, less than a second too late there. Protoss players, you know how that feels, right? Right. But you're pretty happy right now because Zest is up 1-0 against True. All right, what's going on here? What is going on here in the early game? Just probe, you know, just stealing some minerals, just playing the mineral stealing game, and winning so far. If you actually steal minerals, then you lose. It's kind of counterintuitive, I know, but basically it's just, hang on a second. It's just a little bit of, oh, hold on, there is a proxy hatch from True going on. Probes getting pulled, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna zap that thing. Try to zap it right back down to the earth. Anyway, this little game that was being played here is effectively trying to get the drones to mine less efficiently. It's dumb. I mean, certain players do it. Showtime does it. Neeb does it. I guess Zest does it quite often here, too. This is enough actual probes to shut this thing down. Look at this. It's actually losing HP over time. It's not all of them. It is exactly 6. 6 probes is all you need, Protoss players, to take down a hatchery that's coming up inside your natural. It does slow things down a little bit, right? It does slow it down. Can you... Oh, did he get it? He did. Toss down the evolution chamber as well. Oh, it's amazing. Is it enough? Actually, the DPS is barely enough to kill this thing before it finishes. Maybe. Except for the fact that it builds a lot faster than a hatchery does. They don't have as much time to play catch up. All this does is block Zest's attempt at getting a natural base for quite some time at the cost of some lost resources for True. He's going to cancel that one. He canceled it and got the drone out, and there's still not a Nexus going down because Zest doesn't have the resources for it. He's so delayed right now. And True happily sitting on 2 bases. He's got 10 Zerglings on the way. And Zest should be expecting some harassment here, some level of Zerglingage to come and try to kill him. Really trying to get another hatch down here, but it's not working out. The control is too good on these probes from Zest. And don't lose that drone. Don't you lose that drone. Although there is a Stalker coming out. Oh, you know what? The Stalker wanted to kill the Overlord instead. Could just one shot to kill that drone and kill it. But instead, killing this Overlord is just fine, too. All right, so that probe that... Oh, Adept that wandered across the map, does actually have 5 kills. What? Is that all Zerglings? That is all Zerglings that she's been killing, and gonna get this drone too. That drone that has been the source of so much just discomfort and annoyance to Zest in the first 3 minutes of this game. Stargate opening from the Protoss. Third base possible here. Do not finish that transfer. There you go. Good job. Not finishing the transfer that time around is our friendly neighborhood adept. The Overlord gets killed, trying to get to the high ground, but nope. No, could not quite make it there. Creep spread looking okay. I mean, getting that creep spread started early it's a key for me when I'm playing Zerg, which is all the time. Just because if I get the one, it works itself into my rotation, and I start going back to it as I'm going through my injects. But if I don't get that one started, I just never spread creep. I forget it's a thing entirely. So, I mean, you got to get that one tumor down. It might cost you an inject. Make another queen, I guess, if you want to. And that's what I've started doing, is just making additional queens. Very Snoot style that way. Anyway, another Oracle on the way. Oracle's name is gonna be Poracle. A poor homeless man lived on a Terran world, which was the largest of a Protoss skirmish, or the target of a Protoss skirmish. On a cold day, he spotted an empty Oracle that had landed for resupply. He went in and to have some shelter. While he was in it, he was recalled to a distant nexus, and with the help of autopilot, he is flying the Oracle and trying his best to hide his human nature from the Protoss fleet. Wow, alright, Poracle being flown by a homeless man. Let's see what he can get done. True is not interested in third bases, man. Okay, in the last game he was, but not in fourth bases. He's not interested in being ahead economically of his Protoss opponent. The problem for him is Zest is very used to little Zerg all-ins. The way he handled that Baneling bust, the way he handled that Roach attack, he just didn't take hardly any losses at all, it felt like. And True just fell further and further behind with every one of these attempts. But here he goes, man. I mean, this is who he is. This is who True is. He's aggressive. He makes a lot of Zerglings. And you just have to be able to deal with it. You have to know what's coming, and you have to be able to deal with it. Roach is in the way, and Glio Reconstitution faster than it was in the last game. I don't know if that speed would have helped all that much in some of those early engagements with those Roaches, but anything fast is good. Any upgrade that gives you a speed upgrade, you really should get it in StarCraft 2, and really any RTS. Speed is at a premium in these games. All right, man, picking off a couple of these drones. There is not a Spore here, but there are two Queens. Anti-air, don't sleep on Anti-air for Queens. Is he actually going to pick that one off? Wow, Poracle takes down a Queen, has 4 kills overall, not too shabby. And Friend has 0 kills. Lesser Friend has 0 kills. It is currently 43 to 38 Harvesters in favor of Zest. He's looking great economically. He's starting that Immortal production, which is so important to have. A third base finally going down for True, and a Roach attack coming in. The Oracle's just basically shadowing them and saying, hey, if you start trying to do stuff, we are going to just blast you down. You know that, right? The Roaches say, yeah, I mean, what else do we do, though? Can't stay home with this. Trying to see, is there a third base we could possibly knock down? No. This this shadowing is actually hilarious. I like it quite a bit. Dang it. Stay here, camera. I need you to stay here and hang out with us. And there's the Templar Archives. Now, this is going to sound like balance whining, and it maybe is, but there's the fact that Protoss can get up Archons and Storm and Immortals in 7 minutes is kind of insane to me. Like, I wish I could get tier 3 units up as Zerg in 7 minutes, get Broodlords and Ultras in 7 minutes. Can you imagine? That'd be amazing. It'd be really good, but nope, can't do that. It takes way longer. Poracle, is that you, Poracle? It is not Poracle. Poracle has 7 kills. He is just absolutely stealing all the kills from his buddy here. And here comes our 2 Immortal attack. Look, 2 Immortals, and the Roaches are like, nope. No, thank you. I'm surprised it's not making any Ravagers. I really feel like Ravagers are the way to go here. They don't take bonus damage from the Immortals. They have Corrosive Pile, just zone out the Protoss forces and hit stuff that's stationary, like, you know, warping in bases. But instead he's going for Tunneling Claws, which is a good upgrade to have. I mean, I guess, assuming your opponent doesn't have detection, but you are aware he's got 2 Oracles, right? And they have Revelation, and also he's got a Robotics Facility, which means he can make our friendly observers all he really wants. Swinging on back in here again is a Poracle to go ahead and Swarm Host. Ah! Alright, Swarm Host on the way. I'm liking this out of True. 3 bases. 3-base Swarm Host seems fine. Double Archon Harassment coming on a little bit late. But a little bit late is better than never, I always say. So Burrow's just about done. Tunneling Claws is a long upgrade, but we've got... how much more time on that? Some time on that. We'll watch it on that WCS GameHard interface on the right side. Some people ask sometimes, how come we have this in games and not in others? If the game was played with this WCS GameHard add-on, you will have it in the replay. If it wasn't played with it, you can't do anything to get it back. It's gone. It's not there anymore. Alright, so Archon's doing some stuff, taking out a couple Queens, taking out some drones, popping up abusing the inability of roaches to fly to go ahead and get in the main base and get some more drone kills here. Locusts in the sky, man. Where are they trying to go? What do you want to land on? Those immortals would be a good target. And I think one of them is going to die. Shield battery actually helping immensely there. And the immortal doesn't die at all. Good job, shield battery. Nice work. Still dropping around with 2 Archons who are still very much alive with 6 kills and 4 kills each. Creep tumor down, pick up, get up, no big deal. Pick up, get out. Oh, what I meant to say there. So we're still 3-basing it to 3-basing it. Zest is doing fantastically well. His Warp Prism is heading on home. The Swarm Hosts are here. Does he have Storm? He's got an Archon. I don't know if he has enough. I don't know if Zest has enough to handle this. I really don't. Shield batteries are good, but that one is low on energy right now. And trying to focus down what at this point? I guess a Stalker. They get a Stalker. And if they can get that newly coming in shield battery, that was really nice. And the old shield battery too. Okay, that was successful. A Stalker down, 2 shield batteries out. Makes it a lot harder to hold future waves right now. And look how he's staggering the waves. It's not all of them. Oh, those roaches got stasis, man. Is that visible now? Oh my gosh, that makes it visible. If you get stasis, today I learned something. Archons are trying to drop down on top of these Swarm Hosts and kill them, and it's actually pretty effective. That bonus damage versus biological is really, really good. And here we go, trying to distract so the roaches can get out. And they successfully do, but that's a lot of immortals, man. It's a lot of immortals. The Swarm Hosts are getting picked off piece by piece. 2,000 resources lost for True. 800 lost for Zest right now. Alright, where are we? We're just going basically Zealot, Immortal, Archon, Stalker. So he's not going for Storm. He's going for Blink. But he's going to deal with these Locusts basically with a couple Archons and these Stasis Fields and some Shield Batteries. Interesting. I don't know if he's overconfident here. I kind of feel like maybe he is. This is going to be a lot. This is a big hit of Swarm Hosts, man. Are they going to get Stasis? Look at him staying just out of that Stasis. Landing, taking down the Archon. Stasis does catch a fairly big group of them. And they do run out of time. They do expire while being stasised. So they're going to die before they actually come out of it. That's a really good spell, actually, to use against those. Because if you stasis a Locust that basically is dead, at that point, it's completely toast. So, 3-base in it here. He's not getting enough damage done. He's lost more than Zest has, which is such a bad thing. Pushing up, getting rid of some creep here. Does he have an Observer with him? Obviously, he does. And where is it, though? He's hiding. Oh, there he is. He's trailing behind a little bit because he's slow. Here comes some Infested Terrans. It is basically the free unit build out of True right now. Infested Terrans and Locusts coming right on. Look at this, just jumping into it right now. He doesn't care. What is he focusing down? I like he's trying to focus down Stalkers, which is weird. I guess Stalkers are good against Swarm Hosts because they have bonus damage versus Armored, and that's what Swarm Hosts are, and they're fast. And they can blink. They're kind of Swarm Hosts' worst friend. Also, worst enemy. Dark Shrine coming up right now for Zest. Some Zealots inside the main base hacking away at these drones. Number of drones killed is 29 to 1 probe loss. Zest is just being clinical about this right now. There are finally some Ravagers in the mix from True. Some Roaches and some Ravagers. It's just not enough. Army supplies 154 to 110 right now. And I just do not see True winning this thing, even if the Locusts get an amazing land. And this is actually not bad. It's chasing the army back at least. Look at him fighting into this. Why would you fight into this? I don't understand. Says the sound of Locusts dying and expiring. 13 more Roaches on the way. True feels like he can't take a 4th base, which may be true and may not be true, but this is looking really intimidating. Anytime a Protoss player just walks onto creep like that, you know he means business. And he's feeling confident. No Storm at all right now either. Is he still? What is killing drones? I don't know, but a small Roach Ravager attack tried to come on in here. And they're doing okay, but Shield Battery Stalkers are pretty amazing there too. Nice force fields on the right side. A bunch of these Locusts are sneaking through, but the 3rd base is gone for True. He is trying to take a replacement down here to the south, but it's not going to happen. The Stalkers are perfectly happy. This one have, okay, 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kill, 2 kills. Yep, they've definitely been paying for themselves right now. These Immortals, 19 kills, 16 kills, 13 kills, 18 kills, 18 kills. Immortals against a Roach-heavy composition like this. Yeah, you better believe Zest is going to make these Immortals work. The Queens are trying to help out. No. Not at all. 91 army supply for Zest, 187 for True. Where is it? Is it in production? Oh, right, it's all these Swarm Hosts that are useless right now because they're on cooldown. This is why maybe Swarm Hosts are not that great, and especially really bad defensively, as it turns out. They are so bad defensively because now, basically, the army of Zest has 41 seconds to do whatever he wants, and that's your good game. Zest is your winner in 13 minutes and 26 seconds. So that's your 2-0. That is your 2-0 from Zest today. True, trying to do some sneaky stuff, some Baneling busts. We're going for Swarm Host with Locusts. We're going for Burrow Roach. None of it really did anything. And anytime you kill a probe in a game versus a Rotoz player, you're probably not going to win. Probably not going to win, it turns out. Where the upgrades, +2/+1 for Zest, not bad. +2/+1 for True, so fairly even on that front. But spent a lot of money on Burrow and Burrow Move, and it just did not pay off in the end there. 28 kills on that Archon, and sure, a lot of these kills are Locusts, no big deal, but a lot of them are Roaches too. A lot of them are Queens and Ravagers too. Look at these Immortals. They've just been out this whole time. 17 kills on that Wounded Warrior, 21 kills, 16 kills. Just Immortals dish out the damage, man. They get it done. Alrighty then, that is gonna be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and your Sunday series. Remember to catch me on Africa.tv later today. Link in the description. Go ahead also and hit that like button and hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.